The following is an Ellwood City Sports production.
Two to the right. Quick pass out there to Dom Ho. He gets up to the 50-yard line. He's got blockers down. He goes, makes a man miss. He's got the first down. Does a little wiggle all the way. He's still on his feet. He's at the 10, the 5, touchdown! Hand off to Partridge. Tucks it in the left hand. He's up the left side, and he's going to go all the way. At the 10, the 5, touchdown! 4th and 15. It's all down to this. Back to pass. Give and chase. Throws it out there, and he's hit. He's short of the line again. He's short of the line again.
With the free kick. Nice header by Keystone Oaks. But taken there by Huth.
Shot on net.
And it's a goal!
Puts it up, and down it goes. That's the game! Playoff win for the Wolverines. Inbound to Caleb serving. Yes! It's gone! Shoots it. It's over! The boy is over! The Wolverines win!
There, left side field, chasing his left fielder. It's going to go all the way out of the ballpark. A home run. Contact there, deep, sending back the center fielder up to the fence line. A base hit there for Luke Raleigh. She will turn and go to third on the triple. Hi there, Ellwood City sports fans, as well as Mohawk Warrior fans. Welcome into Helling Stadium here in Ellwood City, Pennsylvania, as we bring you live coverage of today's matchup. It's week 1 of middle school football. It's Ellwood City in the blue, Mohawk in the black and red, ready to kick off. And we're jumping right into things as there is officially the kickoff to the 2025-26 middle school football season. Taken there by the Wolverines.
By number 5.
Yep, and that's number 5. That's going to be Grayson Hartman. So Ellwood City will be sporting the blue and white numbers. Mohawk, the black road jerseys with the red numbers. Again, folks, Brad Windhorst alongside Dakota Marshall. Nicely started right on the point. 6 o'clock start time here as middle school football is underway.
Credit number 24, Dante Cascavilla, with the tackle for the Mohawk Warriors.
And again, folks, like always, do appreciate the Mohawk Warriors coaching staff getting us a lineup. We got a roster here for Ellwood as well. We'll go through all the names and as well as the coaches as we keep going forward. As 80-degree weather, it's got the officials in the awesome shorts tonight. So, I formation here for the Wolverines. First time on offense during the season. Handoff there to the back field there. Running back number 5 breaks a tackle, then gets met there by number 10 and 2, that's Bryson Bradley and Caden Crawford. The carry, once again, Grayson Hartman. So he had the kickoff return. It came out to about the 33, and then he just gained a solid 8 yards there. So it'll make a short 2nd and 2 yards with Hartman. Head coach for the Wolverines is Joe DeSanzo. The assistant coach, Frank Kalau, will be doing the defense coordinating today. Adam Hall, Jay Harris, and Ben Moore all assisting during the evening. Tight formation again, but they'll send number 44 out to the far side. That's Jonah Moore. DeSanzo under center there. Handoff there, this time to number 13. Turns the corner, leans forward. It's going to be close to the first down. I think he's going to be, yep, they're going to mark him for the first down. And that was Caleb DeSanzo.
And number 64, Troy Harris, with the tackle for the Warriors.
So there you go. So first down for Ellwood City. And my apologies, the quarterback is not DeSanzo. So that was Caleb DeSanzo with the ball. It's actually number 6. It's going to be Leland Lohr running the helm here for the middle school football team. Again, if you're just joining us, middle school football, 8-minute quarters. So a long drive here so far of 2 minutes. Wolverines getting that first official first down of the season. I formation. Fake pitch there, back through the middle here with the counter. Got a lane here.
5.
Good block on the outside edge. 1 man, now 2 men to beat. He cuts back. He's going to be taken out of bounds. And that is number 5 once again, Grayson Hartman. He will gain over 30-some yards. Gets into Mohawk territory. The tackle is by
24, Cascavilla.
Yep, Cascavilla once again. So he gets in the action, but unfortunately not after Hartman gains 20-plus yards. In fact, 28 yards from the looks of it. Hand off once again, this time to number 13, DeSanzo. He'll turn to the left side. He'll fall forward and gain about 2. We'll give him 1.5 yards just outside the 20-yard line.
Troy Harris once again with the tackle there, number 64.
So far, everything going to plan. It's early. It's the first drive of the season, but got to give credit to these Wolverines. What is that now, Dakota? 4 plays and 2 first downs and a big 20-plus yarder.
I don't know. You're the stat guy. I just shoot a camera.
Sometimes I just like to check myself. Almost like
we have some equipment still in the end zone from the Wolverines warming up.
No, you weren't
some
kidding.
Footballs.
Yeah, you weren't kidding. Good catch. The bag is blue, so it blends in with the end zone. And
well, the official here on the 20 called the timeout for it.
All right, so we're back to rolling here. Cheerleaders across the board. We'll get them at the end of a break here for Ellwood City as well as Mohawk. Decent amount. So 2nd down and 9 for Ellwood. Shotgun formation now. Now it looks like DeSanzo. In motion is going to be Hartman. There's a snap, and unfortunately, well.
False start.
Yeah, somebody tried to snap the ball, and the ball did not move. So that's going to be a false start against Ellwood.
So that is 5-yard penalty?
Yep, so 5 yards. We'll back them up 5 to officially the 26. It'll be 2nd down and 14 now. Just over, well, now at the 5-minute mark.
Do we not use play clocks for middle school?
They don't.
They're on, but they're not.
They use on the field. So the officials, and it.
Then why do we have them on?
They let them do their thing. Well, before this, we did have high school varsity practicing, but I think it's just nature of habit. We'll put it that way. Your habit of nature. All right, so rolling clock here. I formation. 1 to the far side. Under center is Lore. Snaps ball, play action pass. He's got an option here. Oh, just about 3 steps in front of DeSanzo. If that's floated or if he waits 1 more second, that's a walk-in touchdown. Wow, what a play. Very seldomly do you see play action at the varsity level, but you're going to see that a lot between DeSanzo and then Leland Lore. If it's not I formation for Ellwood, you're going to see some play action. Try to get them spread out vertically. The Mohawk Warriors running a 4-3, kind of like a 4-3 defense here. Again, another I formation with the fullback here. Back to pass. Thrown perfectly there to number 14. Turns the corner. Sorry, 44. My apologies. That's Jonah Moore.
And number 13, J.R. Picarello.
Picarello. Yep.
Thank you.
So number 44, Jonah Moore, he's been the fullback position. He's lined up 3 or 4 times on the outside edge, so kind of seems like that bread and butter, kind of like a fullback that come out of the backfield.
And just like that, Brad, half of the first quarter gone.
Yeah.
We're under 4.
So this sets up now a big 4th down here. 4th and 3 to go for the Wolverines. There's the snap. Here's the handoff taken by Hartman. He'll turn the corner. It's going to be close. We'll see where they spot it, folks. I think he may have just got it. We'll see if they give it to him. I think they got it. Waiting for, yep, they're going to call it. It's a 1st down for the Wolverines. So give credit where it's due. Hartman needed 3. He got 3, and probably the foot of the football itself.
So this drive, Wolverines 2 first downs.
Yep. Actually, 3 now.
3?
Yep, 3 officially as they continue to go forward. Handoff here to Hartman. Turns the outside edge. Follows his blockers. Got one man. Turns inside. Spin move. Leaning forward. Taken out of bounds there with a combination. See 10 and 64. So Caden Crawford as well as Troy Harris. But not before Hartman gets all the way down to officially the 4-yard line. So Ellwood City can get a first down still at the 2-yard line basically, but either way, big run there. We got a flag thrown here. Scramble to the left side. Hartman, now a second flag is thrown, so there are multiple flags out there, and we'll see what they go and say here.
So Bryce Bradley, the tackle on that one, as Hartman was the carrier.
Yeah, we're going to assume that this is probably an illegal shift or illegal motion.
False start against the Wolverines, that's declined.
And a hold.
And a hold against the Wolverines.
And you force the second one because that's a 10-yard. So that'll back him up again. It's unfortunate. You almost wish you just had the false start and it would be 5. So officially 2:45 here in this first quarter. And Dakota, you nailed it. I mean, 8-minute quarters, folks, they go fast, especially if you get a long drive. This was right around that 34-yard line or so.
Yeah, Wolverines had it the whole first quarter.
Yep. And this is 4-down territory from here on out. Anytime you're within about the 30 to 40-yard line in middle school football, you're going for it almost every time. DeSanzo gets it in to his quarterback. That being, again, 8th grader Leland Lohr. I formation. There's the snap. Turns the corner, looks for a pass here, throws it, tosses it. Unfortunately, goes incomplete, but I tell you what, Dakota, that was maybe the best play that he could do because number 54, Chase Brown, well, he said his name. He was chasing him, and he almost got to Lohr in the backfield. So that'll stop the clock here, 2:07 first quarter. It's going to be officially 3rd down and 13 from the 14.
Have you got what our trainer's name is this year?
I do not, and I'm glad that you mentioned that. We need to figure that out at some point. So, Thad, I know you're listening and watching while farming today and working in the tractor. Remind us on Friday. Figure out who our trainer is. Actually, I have a sheet somewhere at some point. All right, so 2:07 here, 3rd and 13. This is 2-down territory, no doubt, for the Wolverines. There's the snap. Turns to the left side. He's being chased again. He does get it off, and it's going to be marked incomplete.
So, hurry up and rush. I don't know if you saw it, Brad. They were under 5.
Yeah,
the timekeeper on the field was given the signal.
Yep, and with that being said, again, that front line for Mohawk broke through and had to chase the quarterback. Once again, Leland Lohr just gets rid of it as quick as he could. Ball was intended for Jonah Moore. It does fall incomplete, so that sets us up here. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. 4th and 13. I like this call by Ellwood. They're going to take a timeout.
Ellwood City.
Yeah, smart move. No reason to rush anything going to this. So again, folks, this is Ellwood City versus Mohawk Warriors, the first week of middle school football. 6 o'clock kickoff time there. Promptly, we've got a great schedule. We got Neshannock, New Brighton, Shenango, Riverside, Union, and Laurel. So it is the battle of Lawrence County across the board once again. You can check out this stream as well as all of our other streams on Ellwood City, ECWolverines.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the whole works, as we feature our cheerleaders here on the sideline. A good group. So we'll feature Ellwood City first. Good squad here at the middle school level. And then we'll feature Mohawk. I think both teams kind of paired up, both wearing gray uniforms on the tops and the blue and white pom-poms versus the red and white pom-poms. All right, Dakota. So Ellwood City coming out of the timeout. 2 minutes left here first quarter. They've got an opportunity to get a first down inside the 1-yard line. This pretty much is just going to be, let's get the ball to the end zone.
Yeah, 4th down and 13.
Yep. Pistol formation here. DeSanzo talking to not only head coach, but Coach DeSanzo. They're missing one player here. Number 51 comes in real quick. Gennaro Basile. as we are ready to line up here. Back to passes to Sanzo. There's the toss. Oh, man. One zigged, one zagged. Hartman was open. Unfortunately, if Hartman cuts to the left side, not the right side, that's a wide open walk-in touchdown. So it goes incomplete. Ball will be turned over.
Ball over on downs, officially 1:55 in the first quarter. So that's approximately 6 minutes?
Yeah, 6:05 off the clock there on that drive. Got to give credit to the Mohawk defense. Bend, don't break. And now, unfortunately, though, on the flip side, they get the ball inside the 20-yard line. So they got to make sure that they are mistake-free starting off.
They got a long field with this one.
Yeah. So it looks like pistol formation here. Sidecar's number 24 in the backfield. That's Cascavilla. Here's the snap, and a direct snap and keeper by number 10. He turns the corner. Nice tackle by Hartman inbounds for the Wolverines. That, again, is Caden Crawford. That's a Crawford name we've heard in the past. Not really sure if there is a relation, but Mohawk a couple years back had Braden Crawford. He played catcher, baseball, and football as a running back.
We had
Kyle
Crawford years ago, didn't
we? We did.
At Ellwood?
I don't know if there's any relation, but
he's older than I am.
Yeah, yeah. That was
you're talking in between our two classes?
You're talking 2011, 2012. Yep. All right, so 2nd down and 6 here for Mohawk offense. They spread them out. 4 wide receivers, 3 on the close side.
Keeper
turns to the left side here, gets past 1 tackle, now 2, now 3, shoves him down. After the first down, once again, keeper by Crawford.
Inadvertently, number 44 gets the tackle, Jonah Moore. But it was Moore tripping over him?
Yeah, kind of brought him down by, I guess, just kind of falling underneath him. Give credit to Crawford. Caden Crawford with a stiff arm there as well. Breaks a couple tackles and picks up the first down. So Mohawk outside of their own end zone. Now 1st and 10 at the 27. Crawford once again paired up with Cascavilla. And unfortunately,
and
motion.
flag.
Yeah, the wide receiver motion.
Encroachment, I think.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I say this side judge is doing like an encroachment.
Wow, yeah. So the motion was horizontal, which is allowed. Unfortunately for Ellwood, they jumped on it, and that's going to give an easy 5 yards to Mohawk. So that'll make the first down now a little bit shorter, 1st and 5 from the 32.
Officially just under 20 seconds remaining in this first quarter, Brad.
Yeah, and it looks like we're probably going to have one more play to wrap up this first quarter. 3 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the close. So 4 wide receivers set. Sidecar, man in motion. There's the snap. Little pitch. Fumble on the play. It bounces around, but I do believe that number 24, Dante Cascavella, falls on it. Mohawk will retain the ball after a loss of about 3 yards. So that'll set up a second down and 8 or so. When we return, folks, end of the quarter here is scoreless from Helling Stadium. All right, folks, welcome back here. Second quarter about ready to get underway. 8 minutes up on the board. A scoreless first quarter there, dominated by a 6-minute drive for Ellwood. Unfortunately, to no avail. Mohawk on the flip side now, 2nd down and 7. There's the handoff on the jet sweep here to the left. Turns the corner, one man to beat. He'll be tackled there, but not before the first down. That's number 24, once again, Cascavilla.
And number 10 for us, the 7th grader.
Monroe Cucinato.
I was totally letting you take that because I didn't know where I was going with it.
I'll take the cuckoo nest out of that one. So if I do apologize if I say it wrong, but I believe it's Cucinato. If not,
that's a 7th grader for Ellwood.
Yeah, if not, let us know. We take criticism as well with name pronunciations. So first down here for Mohawk. Man in motion again, just a quick handoff. We'll see if Ellwood gets that. Almost got it in the backfield. Now it turned upfield. Again, gets to the secondary. One man to beat. Now we got a corner. Racing 10-5. Touchdown, Cascavilla. Wow. I thought maybe there was a chance for a hold in the backfield, but the corner is turned. And, wow, what a run.
Words are hard.
Yeah, right? That was officially a 45-some-odd yard run by Cascavilla. Touchdown, Dante Cascavilla. Makes the score now 6-0. So Mohawk will line up for the PAT here at the 7:42 mark. Kicking will be, once again, number 24, Cascavilla. So it's kind of the go-to guy.
And that one was down and hit the Wolverines defenders.
Yeah.
Hit number 13 kind of right in the helmet.
Yeah, give credit to Grayson Hartman. He was in the backfield, but you are right. It kind of hit DeSanzo in the helmet. So 7:42 mark. We'll take a quick timeout here. It's 6-0 Mohawk Warriors. All right, folks, welcome back here. 7:42 in this first half remaining. Middle school football action, week 1. Warriors about a 45-yard or so, a little bit more than 45, kickoff or run for the touchdown as we have
Cascavilla
kickoff.
with the kickoff.
Yep, he's the all-time, all-go guy for the Mohawk
His knees
Warriors.
hit the ground, so that's going to be stopped for Grayson Hartman, number 5.
Yep, so Cascavilla not only does a little bit of kicking, he does the PATs, he does some scoring, he does some running, kind of the go-to guy for the Warriors. So Ellwood will come back out onto the field the first time through their offensive first drive. They had about 50-some yards. They got down to about the 7 or 6 yard, or no, down to the 4-yard line, in fact. But unfortunately, a penalty and then a couple incompletions with the scramble. And on 4th down, they're held in check by Mohawk. So this time they'll get the ball officially at the 18-yard line, 1st down and 10.
A little bit confusion here.
Yeah, going back into the I formation, and unfortunately, they were not set, so this is going to be a flag. So this will not count, and if you're Mohawk, you force them back. So illegal motion against Ellwood, although you may take the down too. So we'll see what they do here.
So So false start against Ellwood declined.
Okay, I wondered if that's what they were going to do. They declined the play here, so we move on. It'll be second down with a no gain, so we'll see if that maybe comes back to hurt Mohawk. You could have forced them the 1st and 15, but now it's second down and 10. Again, head coach Joe DeSanzo getting the play call in here, making sure that the Wolverines are ready to go. They're taking a little bit longer than normal here, so we may get a timeout.
5. And there is a timeout.
And unfortunately, that's not what you want if you're Ellwood. Already burned 2 timeouts in this one. Again, folks, you can check us out on our website, ecwolverines.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We will have the results of the girls volleyball, the girls golf match today versus Seton LaSalle. They should be wrapping up here probably within the next half hour or less. I believe that was at Del Mar Golf Course right up the road. And then tomorrow, a lot of action. It's everything. There's like 5 different events going on. I know a couple games were moved around for girls golf. We'll get you those updates. But girls volleyball is in action. Soccer's off until next week. And then Friday. That's going to be our next stream. Friday, back here at Helling Stadium, 7 o'clock, pregame 6:45 against the Neshannock Lancers. And I believe that is game number 11 in the series. All right, so back out of the timeout here. Second down and 10 with just now 1 timeout and a half. Man in motion there, pitch back. Uh-oh. Oh, that was some trickery. Fumble, though. Okay, they're going to say that it was officially a pass. I was going to say it, Dakota. The first time Hartman was actually going to throw deep. The wide receiver that was going deep was, returns, number 13. So Caleb DeSanzo was deep down the sideline. He was open, but unfortunately Hartman had a guy in his face. He does get it off, so it will be an incompletion. Sets up 3rd down and 10 now. I like the trickery, but unfortunately it just did not come to fruition. Man in motion now on the far side. There's the snap. Here's the handoff. Turning the corner. Following the blocks by number 44. Turns up. DeSanzo gets down to about the 23 or so yard line. So it's going to set up a 4th down. And unfortunately, coming up a little bit gingerly is number 44, Jonah Moore. He does get up on his own 2 feet. He will come off for a little bit here.
Credit 64 Troy Harris with the tackle there for the Warriors.
So Jonah Moore just going to get a little bit of water, maybe walk it off. Kind of a little stinger there down low. And it looks like the Wolverines are officially going to line up the punt. Punter's going to be number 8. That's Dom Diadio. Ellwood lines up here. There's the snap. High snap. Does get it off. Is Diadio. Nice punt here. Get a little bit of a roll. And it will wean all the way past the 50 and now officially marked down right around the 48-yard line. Back to return was, I believe, number 13, so we'll keep an eye on that. That's J.R. Picarello for Mohawk. So 5:38 here before halftime. You got to like what Ellwood did there. They moved the ball fairly well, but unfortunately miscues, Dakota. Incompletions, some penalties. Got to work out the kinks here a little bit in week 1. Unfortunately, though, Dakota, all these games matter for middle school. So week 1 matters. There is no time off if you want to play in the championship for the Tri-County or Lawrence County Championships. All right, so Mohawk will take over at their own 48. 1st down and 10. Kind of a pistol formation, man in motion. Keeper here by number 10, and that being Crawford. He turns up the field. Get a nice gain here of about 4 to 5 yards.
credit Hartman with the tackle, at least the initial hit on that tackle for the Wolverines.
So he'll cross into Ellwood territory. He'll go from the 48 to the 48. So gain of about 4. They'll set up a 2nd down and 6. Defensive coordinator Frank Kalau. Nothing has changed. If you've had Frank Kalau for Jim, you know those. You can tell those pants. You can see them from far away. You know who that is. We appreciate defensive coordinator Frank Kalau. 2nd down and 6. Man in motion. Keeper here on a little bit of a busted snap. Tackled here. A little bit of help and a tackle in the backfield. This time, I believe, by number 54.
44, I believe. Jonah Moore officially finishing it up.
No, it was 54 officially. Yep, it was 54. So Taryn Anderson, I think. Well, it's one of the two. It's either 44 Jonah Moore or 54 Taryn Anderson. They both did. They both combined in that tackle, and it will be an attack on the backfield. A big loss of 6. So 3rd down and 14 now. Back the pass, looking to move. Crawford comes aside. It's going to be a hold maybe. The throw, so we're going to have a flag. The throw is incomplete. Number 24 actually was the intended receiver. That was Cascavillo, but unfortunately, friendly fire. Number 80 cut across Grayson Hall. So the ball is incomplete.
Holding against the Warriors is declined.
Smart move there because it's going to be 4th down. Yep, so holding is declined. That'll be 4th down, and kind of seems like we just traded some field position here. Ellwood punted it away. Mohawk looked good on 1st down, but 3 and out here, and they're going to punt it right back to Ellwood. Both teams, you can kind of see a little bit nervous, making sure that their adjustments, somebody coming on the field late. Here's the snap, and unfortunately a false start again. This one will force them back 5 yards, so some easy yardage possible for the return. Kicking will be 24. That's Dante Cascaville, and back to return will be number 13, Caleb DeSanzo. All right, so we'll do this again. Now 4th down and technically 19. There's a snap. Good hold. Punt there. Fall about the 31. Lean forward, and it'll drop dead. So it'll be marked down on the kicking team by Mohawk at the 32-yard line. So good field position here for Ellwood. That extra 5 yards helps them out, gets them at the 30-plus yard line. So again, folks, if you're just joining us, the first drive by Ellwood got all the way down to the 4-yard line, a flag, a couple incompletions. Mohawk, bend, don't break defense, holds. And then a couple plays later on offense, Mohawk goes down all the way. They get down to about the 45 of their own side, and then the big run by number 24, Dante Cascavilla, 50-some yards, gets the touchdown. PAT no good by Cascavilla. And now both teams traded field position. Ellwood taking over with 3:53. There's a snap, back to pass. Good pass, unfortunately a little bit behind the intended receiver, 44, Moore. That came from Lore. So Lore to Moore. This is perfect. The Lore-Moore show. But I got to think of some phrase. We'll do that at halftime. Ball falls incomplete, and that's 2nd down and 10 now for Ellwood. And if you joined us last year with middle school football, brand new jerseys for Ellwood. I like them, real easy to read, big numbers, and of course sporting that beautiful winged helmet, the blue and white. So 2nd down and 10 here from the 33. Again, a little bit of misconfusion.
Under 10.
And we're going to get a flag, yeah. Somebody, unfortunately, is not lined up properly.
false start against the Wolverines.
Yep, the ball was set technically, and somebody moved, so that's a false start, 5 yards. And I'll tell you what, Dakota, after that first drive, a lot of things not going very well for Ellwood.
Yeah, things not going so great with Mohawk either. I mean,
Yeah.
they have a score up, but
Yeah, it's kind of been, you can tell it's week one. We'll put it that way. You definitely can tell it's week one in Lawrence County middle school football action. About 6:30 local time here. Again, folks, come on out. Support the football boosters. Set everything up. Get ready to go for Friday as well. Second down and 15 for the Wolverines. 3 wide receivers to the close side. And we're going to have another flag. Yep, keeper nowhere to go. And I have a feeling this one may be possibly declined because it's a loss of about 5 yards or so. I'm going to assume it's declined.
So it was declined.
Yep.
I did not catch what the flag actually was. I saw the decline motion. But
Illegal procedures, the easiest way to say it. So
timeout Wolverines.
Oh, boy. Yeah. And some
That's
people.
their final timeout with 3:40 remaining.
I don't. If this is varsity, you don't like that timeout, but I can see why. The past 4 or 5 plays on offense has just, it's been bad. So take the timeout, get a refresher, and say, okay, folks, we got to pay attention because we're going in the wrong direction. Some big events coming up here for Ellwood City football boosters. They got the Cash Bash, which is September 27th.
Yes.
At the SOI, the Sons of Italy. I think doors open at 6, kickoff to all the prizes and everything, 7 o'clock. So that's a big event. And then Jared Myers, the foundation there, is supporting the 5K and 1 mile run. Portion of the money is actually going to go to the varsity football boosters. So we do appreciate that foundation. Awesome work by the Jared Myers Foundation. They're down in 17, back to pass. Looking good, but unfortunately about 3 steps in front of Hartman was the quarterback. That was DeSanzo this time, so unfortunately it falls incomplete. And we've now had a touchdown and then punt, punt, punt. So things not going well for both teams on offense.
The sun's trying to peek out behind
Yeah.
a nice big cloud.
And here it comes. We had a beautiful non-rain but gray cloud, and unfortunately the sun's going to pop through. And folks, bear with us. Dakota's going to have a hard time here in about 2 seconds. So 4th down for the Wolverines. Here's the snap, back to punt. That is blocked by the Warriors defense. And now quickly following it is number 2, Bryce Bradley. I'm not sure if he's the one that officially got the block as well. There was 4 Warriors around it, but punt is blocked, and just like that, what's a great way to kickstart your offense? A short field of officially 15 yards. So Mohawk will take over 1st and 15 from the Ellwood 15.
I can't see anything
Wow,
on
that
this
sun is-
camera.
I'm glad that the camera for folks at home is not about 2 to 3 feet taller, because if it was, you'd be staring at sunlight all night. And you can feel it, Dakota. It's like warmed up by 3 or 4 degrees just like that. All right, Mohawk on offense. Man in motion. There's a snap. A little pinch out here. Cut back through the middle. A little bit of a lane. And missed tackle into the end zone. Touchdown.
Cascavilla once again.
Cascavilla. Wow. He makes one man beat. And just like that, he'll double the score. Now 12-0 in favor of the Warriors. Wow. A play that looked
And
like
only 10 seconds off.
yeah,
the clock.
only 10 seconds. A play that looked like maybe 4 or 5 yards. One missed tackle is enough to do it, folks. Cascavilla waltzes in for the 15-yard rushing touchdown at the 3:20 mark. So Mohawk will line up for 2 now. Quarterback Crawford doing a little bit of direction here. Crawford back to pass. Spins it to the right side, gets up and over the defender. It's good for
Cascavilla.
2. Cascavilla once again. That makes the score now 14-0. We'll take a timeout here, folks. 3:20 before halftime. All right, folks, welcome back here. 14-0 lead now for Mohawk at the 3:20 mark in this first half. Cascavilla kicking off here. Line drive right through the middle. Will be taken right around the 20-yard line, picked up by DeSanzo. He'll come up through the middle, and he'll be quickly met there at the 35-yard line. So decent field position here for the Wolverines. Not saying it's crunch time, but you're down 2 scores. You got about 3:14 left. Again, Dakota, no timeouts, though.
Correct.
So this is a big moment in this game. Wolverines got to get something at least across the 50-yard line to kind of push Mohawk back a little bit. So Coach DeSanzo relays the message to number 5, Grayson Hartman, 8th grader for the Wolverines, and Leland Lohr, number 6, will come in. So it'll be Leland under center this time around. I formation. Tight to the window there. There's the snap. Here's the handoff to Hartman. He's going to be met in the backfield. And you guessed it, folks, number 24, Cascavilla. And unfortunately, it looks like Hartman may be down. He gets up quickly.
Timeout Mohawk, though.
Yeah, Hartman does get up quickly on his own 2 feet. I have a feeling the wind may have been just knocked out of him a little bit because that was a straight shot. Cascavilla read the snap, and, I mean, he was 4 or 5 yards in the backfield already.
The Warriors take their first timeout of the first half.
Yeah, and that's just to stop the clock because there's an opportunity here. If Ellwood does not get a first down, Mohawk could get the ball back. Good field position and still some time. Again, on your screen are the Mohawk cheerleaders. I'm not sure what the shirt coordination is. Both teams, Ellwood and Mohawk, wearing gray shirts. I wonder if it's maybe cheer night. I'm not really sure, but both teams sporting the blue and white and the red and white pom-poms. That or everybody's wearing gray because they know the sun's out. It's 81 degrees here, 6:40 in the evening. All right, so 2nd down and 14 now for the Wolverines. The 3:04 mark. I formation once again. There's the snap. Fake pitch. Counter come back through the middle is DeSanzo. He'll turn upfield. Good yardage there. He'll get basically the loss there back. He'll get out to the 36. And it looks like we'll have, another timeout here by Mohawk.
I'm staying wide because I can't see nothing
I
give you any kind of help.
That's okay. I don't blame you. The sun is perfectly, and unfortunately what's going to be bad, Dakota, it's going to be right there for at least another hour. So the second half is probably going to be in the sun as well. Again, folks, our next broadcast will be Friday night back here at Helling Stadium, 7 o'clock kickoff, 6:45 pregame. We'll be covering the Neshannock Lancers Ellwood City matchup. The last time they played was last year. Ellwood with a 28-21 victory in the rain, the lightning, sleet, snow, whatever you want to call it.
At Neshannock.
Yeah.
Several lightning delays.
Awesome time, though. That our nice, beautiful canopy was shared with a couple of the booster parents. We had some fun in the rain, and that victory was actually Ellwood's third in the series. They're 3-7 against Neshannock. So back to live action here. 3rd and 9, 2:56 remaining for Ellwood. Just looking to get something forward here to at least force Mohawk to use their last timeout. There's the snap. Thrown out here. Quick pass. And unfortunately, it's going to fall incomplete to number 6, Leland Lohr. So that was DeSanza to Lohr. It falls incomplete. And unfortunately for Ellwood, Mohawk does not have to burn a timeout. 2:52 mark. Plenty of time for this Warriors offense to get another score. Back to punt for Ellwood City will be number 8, Dom Diadio. And I think number 13, J.R. Picarello on the return for Mohawk. There's the snap. Good kick this time. He does get it off. It's going to bounce at the 42 and actually go sideways, bend back to the 41. So officially touched at the 2:44 mark. Right around, I think we're going to say the 41 now. Yep, so officially the 41. So Mohawk Warriors got to go 59 yards here in 2 minutes and 44 seconds. Do have a timeout, and on top of it, folks, 2-touchdown lead. Ellwood received the ball first, too, so that can be factored in. If Mohawk can double up, this could quickly get out of hand. So Warriors come up to the line here. First down and 10 from the 41. Snap there, unfortunately rolls on the ground, but picked up by Crawford. He'll turn the corner. Nice trip-up tackle there.
DeSanzo.
Yep, that's by number 13, Caleb DeSanzo. Going to take him down in the backfield, and it'll be a loss of about 3 yards. So 2nd down and 13 from the 38 now, and the clock is still rolling. So it makes you wonder what Mohawk's going to do here. So far, your defense has played pretty well after that first drive. I'm throwing the ball here as much as I can. Man in motion. There's the snap. Handoff here to Cascarvilla. Turns the corner, now turns up the left side. He's got a lane at the 40, now down to the 30, the 20, the 10, 5. Touchdown, Cascarvilla. He will put another one up on the board, folks. It's now 20-0 in favor of the Warriors.
All the points on the board in favor of Cascarvilla.
Yeah, it is basically what Dakota's saying is it's Cascarvilla 20, Ellwood 0. My goodness. And that's why you don't throw the ball, you run the ball. So that'll make the score 20-0. We'll see if Mohawk goes for 2. Kind of looks like they may do that. And they are. Quarterback being Crawford. Cascarvilla slides to the left side. Back in motion. Keeper, unfortunately, Crawford drops it here. Looking to just do something. Met there, not tackled completely yet.
He's
Spins
still
out
up.
of it. Oh, my goodness. Wow.
He's at the 1-inch line.
Yeah. That could have been worse for the Wolverines. Well, with that, folks, we'll take a quick timeout here. 1:44 before halftime. All things in favor of the Warriors. All right, folks, welcome back here. It's now 20-0 in favor of Cascavilla against the Wolverines. He'll be doing the kickoff here. With 1:44 remaining. There's the line drive kick. Comes back to about the 21. Taken there by Hartman. He'll be tripped up and taken down about the 37-yard line. So that's where the Wolverines will take over, first down and 10. And after that first drive, folks, Ellwood has a bunch of miscues. Penalties, false starts, illegal procedures, illegal motions, incompletions. The run game has been pretty much in the backfield ever since that first drive. And got to give credit to the Mohawk Warriors defense. That's a product of them kind of knowing what's coming. After the score read 0-0 in the first quarter, 20 points in this quarter alone for Cascavilla.
Warriors with 1 timeout. Wolverines no timeouts with 1:37 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, and if you're Ellwood, you just run the ball. Let's get to halftime, even with that timeout still there on the board. Kind of a wishbone formation here. There's a snap on the counter. Comes through is DeSanzo looking for his blocks. Nobody there to block, and ridden down and tackled in the backfield back to the 35. That'll be number 10, Caden Crawford. And it's been kind of Cascavilla and Crawford show here, offense and defense for that matter. So Coach DeSanzo will let this clock roll down as far as it can. Just about a minute remaining here. And number 5, Grayson Hartman, is on the bench here, getting looked at a little bit. He's limped a couple times. He's going to, I think, maybe head to the locker room. Well, he's going to turn, but he's on the sideline. Ball snapped here, counter, back, handoff, and it's fumbled. And, oh, boy, taken by number 54, Chase Brown. Mohawk in action. And just like that, they now have a timeout, 42 seconds. Nothing looking good for Ellwood City.
And they take that timeout.
I get it.
So,
yep.
42 seconds, officially no timeouts remaining in this first half. Warriors
you get a breather.
20-0. Yes.
The cloud is back.
It's a smaller cloud.
So Dakota can.
We're right at the top, so yeah. I don't think it's going to last long.
Dakota can kind of see the dots in his eye sockets for a couple minutes. Man, is that lethal. Unfortunately, a couple of these early August, September games, it's almost 6:50 local time, but that sun is going to be out there for about another hour or so. So Dakota, that first drive there, 50-some yards for Ellwood, got down to the 4-yard line, held at bay on 4th down, and since then, Mohawk, run in Cascavilla, we trust. 20 points up on the board. Got to give credit also to Caden Crawford. Not really throwing the ball, but there's been a couple snaps that have been low. He picks them up, and then, well, the rest is history. 50-some yard runs by Cascavilla. I would say for sure he's right around that 130, 140 mark rushing-wise in this first half. So 42 seconds left. Mohawk on offense with that no timeouts left, so they do have the clock a little bit against them, but when you're, 2 plays of 40-some plus yards, the run game has been doing it very well. Low snap again, Crawford. Actually, it's different. That's not Crawford. It's going to be picked off.
Interception
number
by
16.
Number 16.
Yep.
That being Dakota Olinger.
So a nice interception by number 16, Dakota Olinger, the 7th grader for Ellwood. That, in fact, was number 6, Gavin Rader, throwing the ball. It was the right read. Unfortunately, it was behind the wide receiver, and the close one was Olinger. So
take off 4 seconds.
Yeah, the bright side. You see my pun here with the sun. The bright side of things for Ellwood.
Don't make it come back out.
The bright side of things for Ellwood is you do get the ball back, and if you're smart, you snap the ball, you kneel. Let's get to halftime. And there you go. There is your kneel. So I guess asking, you shall receive. Clock at 30 seconds here. Wolverines will not have to snap it again. A first half in week 1 that looked promising for Ellwood. And unfortunately, once the quarter changed to quarter number 2, all things in favor of Mohawk. And number 24, Dante Cascavilla, he erupts for over 130-some yards of rushing. He goes for 20 points, and that's what we have here, folks, at halftime. 20-0 in favor of Mohawk. So we'll take a little bit of time out here. We'll take a break. They're going to put up pretty much 10 minutes up on the board. We'll come back, and we'll try to get something going in favor of the Wolverines second half. Halftime, 20-0 in favor of Mohawk. All right, folks, welcome back here to Helling Stadium. Third quarter about ready to get underway. Again, bear with us, folks. The sun is out and bright. So Dakota's going to be kind of staring at the sun for the next couple of drives. 20-0 is the halftime score in favor of Mohawk. They will also get the ball back here. So in turn, they can possibly tally up another touchdown on the ensuing kickoff here. The captains from today's game was 5, 13, 44, and 58 for Ellwood, being Hartman, DeSanzo, Moore, as well as Liam McCandless. Captains for Mohawk were number 1, Chase Argiro, 24, Cascavilla, 28, Miller, and 32 that I unfortunately do not have a number for.
Ooh, that was
kick.
a nice kickoff.
What a kick. Down to the 1 yard line. Wow. What a kick. And that just
It's
flipped.
Cascavilla, though, and he's going.
Yeah, he's still going. That flipped the line of scrimmage, per se. What a kick. Who was it? Was that 16? I'm trying to think of who kicked that. My goodness, what a kick. No, it was number 8, I believe. So that was Dom Diadio, which makes sense, being the punter. I tell you what. That may be the farthest.
He got a leg.
Yeah, that may be the farthest kick we've seen middle school, JV, maybe even varsity for the Ellwood side in a long time. Wow, what a kick. All right. Here we go, folks. First down and 10 for the Mohawk Warriors. Cascaville on that return brought it from the 1 all the way out to the 25, so got to give him credit on the 24-yard kickoff return. They'll set up on offense here. Looks like we're going to have the same starters. Looks like Crawford and Cascavilla in the backfield for Mohawk. Man in motion. Keeper here by Crawford. He'll go up the middle. He's got 5. Now a first down and more. Taken down there about the 37. Looks like 45. That
yes,
being
Gabe Singer.
Yep, Gabe Singer, 8th grader for the Wolverines. But not after a first down and more. Crawford goes from the 25 all the way up to officially the 38. A 13-yard gain. And unfortunately, folks, if you're an Ellwood fan, that's kind of been the bread and butter. Yards per carry for Mohawk offense has to be right around 8 to 9 yards plus. First down and 10. Man in motion. And unfortunately, that motion rocked the boat. It's going to be a false start here on the offense. Back them up 5 yards. So first down and 15. If there is a blemish, that may be it. Maybe 4 or 5 Mohawk penalties. And I guess an interception before halftime. But, yeah, rolling clock here. 20-0, all Cascavilla and company for Mohawk. Still waiting on girls golf final here. Once we get those numbers, we'll let you know, folks, if they come in before the end of the broadcast. Yesterday was a big day. 5 sports in action. Ellwood overall in those 5 sports, 2 and 3 on the day. First and 15, handoff. Nope, keeper goes up through the middle, leaning forward. Wolverines better defense this time around. Gain of about 2 yards. In fact, we'll give him 3. I believe was Crawford. That front line for the Wolverines. Not sure exactly who was on the tackle, but got 54 out there, that being Taryn Anderson. 58, Liam McCandless. I want to say 56, Jace Hudak on that defensive line. I believe it's 77, Nick Dornetto up front for the Wolverines defense. Second down and 12. Man in motion. Pistol formation, leaning to the left side, looking to pass out of it, and they get it completed. My goodness, to Cascaville, and he's got a lane. Cuts back to the right side, now back up through the middle and be taken down there by Hartman, but not before Cascavilla reaches the 35-yard line. That's almost a pickup, real close to almost 30 yards. And the first down. Linebackers for the Wolverines across the board, 44, Moore, 45, Singer, 5, Hartman, includes 6, Leland Lohr, DBs 13 and 10, DeSanzo and Cucinato. So first down and 10 here for Mohawk coming out of the huddle. 5 minutes remaining in this third quarter, moving quickly. Hand off there to number 2. He'll turn upfield. Nice tackle by the Wolverines defense. Number 13, Caleb DeSanzo. That's going to be a loss of 5 yards. Carry was by number 2, Bryce Bradley. Good linebacker fill by DeSanzo, reading that one quickly. So that'll force Mohawk back to the Wolverines 40-yard line for, second down and 15. 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side. Man in motion again is number 2, Bradley. Crawford back to pass. He chucks it downfield. It's going to be a one-handed catch. What a catch by number 13, Caleb DeSanzo. And the second interception for the Wolverines defense. Wow, Dakota, that was a one-handed grab, and you caught that one perfectly. That may be the play of the game so far for the Wolverines. Wow, what a catch. And we'll see if that kind of sparks something, get a little bit of momentum. Hopefully the crowd gets involved. They've kind of gone a little bit cold. Yes, it's 20-0, but we've seen it in the past. One play can go 80 yards, and you're back in it. So officially 4:18 mark now. Wolverines will take over at their own 20. I formation. Fake pitch, counter back up through the middle, and there goes DeSanzo right up the middle. And there you go, folks. 8 yards up to about the 28-yard line on first down. So that'll bring up a short second down here for Ellwood, and makes you wonder if they're going to possibly open up the playbook a little bit and see if they can get something vertical. We'll take the 8 or 9 yard run plays, though. That is pretty nice. Fortunately, time is against them. I formation, tight formation this time. There's the snap. Back to pass.
Ooh, and he trips.
Oh, unfortunately, number 6, Leland Lohr, trips over Hartman's foot there. And I don't think Hartman was 100% set, ready to go, and he pounds his chest. My fault, my bad, but unfortunately damage is done. That's a loss of about 5. So that'll set up 3rd and 7 officially here from about the 28-yard line or so. Rolling clock. Already under 3 minutes in this third quarter. Time rolling by. Tight formation again. I formation. 2 tight ends on the right side. Let's see if they'll send one in motion. Nope, there's the snap. Back to pass. Slings it up high, and it's going to be picked off and by Mohawk's defense. Number 13, Picarello. He'll bring it back to about the 27. Unfortunately, it's going to be a late hit as well. So there will be a flag. It just depends on, is it against Mohawk or Ellwood? I'm assuming it's against Ellwood. So the pass there by Lohr, picked off by Picarello, brought back to about the 27. We'll see what the officials say here.
And DeSanzo with the saving tackle for the Wolverines.
Yep, it's going to be officially a block in the back against Mohawk, so it will be their ball, but 10 yards back them up. Either way, Ellwood, unfortunately, you taketh, and you giveth away. They got the interception by DeSanzo, and unfortunately, it's picked off by Mohawk. They'll get the ball back here at the 2:36 mark now. So you can kind of tell both teams kind of a little bit sloppy in the turnover game. What now, I think officially both with 2?
I think so, yeah.
And then for Ellwood, you include a blocked punt. You might as well make it 3. A turnover on downs, you might as well make it 4. And that's why Mohawk has a 20-0 lead here. 3 wide receivers the far side. In motion is Cascavilla. Fake handoff. Caden Crawford keeps it. He's already got the first down and more. Tackle there by DeSanzo at the ankle, and that's a big one because if not, he may still be running into the end zone. So that'll be a first down for Mohawk all the way down to officially the 24-yard line, first down and 10.
Just under 2 minutes remaining in this third quarter.
Mohawk with the ball here, first down and 10. Man in motion, ball a little bit low again. This time it's going to be kept and taken there, fumbled, but not after. They're going to say Crawford was officially down. So Crawford does get the ball, and unfortunately.
And we have an Ellwood player down.
Yes, we do.
I think it might be Hartman, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah. So it's been a couple low snaps now for Mohawk. Got to give credit to Crawford. He holds on to it, goes forward, and I have a feeling it's going to be a cramp. Yes, it is. It's going to be a cramp here for the injury, so nothing too serious. But when you see the leg go up, you know it's a cramp. Again, folks, it's 80-some degrees here. It's a beautiful evening if you like the sun in your eyes. Unfortunately, cramps do happen. So we'll take a timeout here, folks. Minute 36 as they look at the Wolverine player with the cramp. All right, folks, welcome back here. Yes, it was number 5. That would be Grayson Hartman, 8th grader. He does get up. He's walking off on his own. A little bit of the cramps in the leg there. So trainer will work it out a little bit, and he'll have to sit out a play at least. I'm going to assume he's probably going to sit out for the drive here and try to get refreshened up for the offensive opportunity here. Minute 36, rolling clock now officially. About 1:20 left in the quarter. Crawford, keeper, bends back to the left side. 1 missed tackle, 2 missed tackle, 3. He'll lean forward. He'll get the first down inside the 15.
Liam McCandless bringing him down, Brad.
Yeah, so tackle there by number 58, 8th grader Liam McCandless. We've said his name several times last year, especially on defense. There was a couple games there where he had 8 or 9 tackles at least.
Under a minute remaining.
Yep, rolling clock here. It's going to be first down and officially the 12-yard line. Mohawk not in any hurry with a 3-score lead. This clock is low enough. It may be one play and in the end of the quarter. Crawford. Cascavell in motion again, a low snap. He'll keep it this time, met by resistance up the middle. Give credit to number 56 and 77. Hudak and Dornetto, they combine for the tackle, and that should get us to the fourth quarter. Yeah, both teams will walk on off here. As we will head to the fourth quarter, folks, all things in favor of Mohawk. It's kind of like the first week 0 for the varsity team. 1 quarter is the difference, and it was the second quarter. All Mohawk Warriors points, all 20 in the second quarter. We'll take a timeout. Fourth quarter action up next. Warriors up big. All right, folks, welcome back here. Fourth quarter action about ready to get underway. 20-0 lead in favor of the Warriors. And they got a 2nd down and 9 as the sun is just poking out just enough here. Here's the snap, low snap, handoff here to Cascavilla. He'll turn to the side. He's got one man to beat, turns upfield, waltzes in for the touchdown. My 26 points now in favor of Cascavilla. It's that jet sweep. Just put a man in motion, hand it off, and the outside edge all in favor of Mohawk. Wow. Folks, I do apologize. There wasn't really much emotion on that touchdown. It just, you know it's coming. And unfortunately, the Wolverines defense can't stop it.
This time going for PAT.
Trying to get the 27 here is Cascavilla. There's a snap. It's up. Bending, no good. A little bit to the right and short underneath the goalpost. So, folks, we'll take a timeout here. 7:53 mark. Cascavilla 26, Wolverine 0. Folks, welcome back here. 7:53 mark, 26-0 in favor of Mohawk. They need at least 2 more scores to make it a mercy roll here. So we're still underneath the clock here. Kickoff by Cascavilla, bounces up and over Hartman. No, that has not been touched yet. Unfortunately, a smart move to fall on it because you don't want to give it away. But unfortunately, DeSanzo will have to fall on it at their own 5-yard
I'm thinking
line.
4.
Yeah, it may be.
It was actually past the 5.
You may be right. We'll see where they spot it here officially. Either way, it's a football field in the cloud of dust to get any points here.
They did officially spot it at the 5.
Yep. So 1st down and 10 at your own 5, and now, unfortunately, you're trying to get something in offense. Now it's just be smart here. Let's get it out of our own end zone. As the Ellwood and Mohawk cheerleaders combine here. Big circle right behind the Ellwood football players. Always nice to see them combine and cheer on their teams. Tight formation here, I formation. There's the snap, handoff up through the middle, leaning forward, getting a couple yards. Get out to about the 7-yard line. I believe that is number 13, DeSanzo.
Yes.
So he'll
I
pick.
did not catch the tackler, though.
Yep. He'll pick up about 3 yards. So a little bit of room now out to the 8-yard line. And if you're Wolverines fans, you're just looking to lick your wounds but not cause any more wounds. Just keep everything going forward. Let this clock roll out here as we get close to 7 minutes remaining. Tight formation again. Handoff here. Taken there by DeSanzo. Spin move there. He gets up past the 10. It'll be officially the 11-yard line. So this will set up a manageable 3rd and 4 yards or so to get a 1st down for Ellwood. Again, folks, a lot of sports action tonight. Girls golf, we'll get those numbers later on if we have them before the end of the broadcast. middle school football. I think 4 sports are in action tomorrow. And then we'll be back on the air Friday night against Neshannock, 7 o'clock, back here at Helling Stadium. 3rd and 3. And unfortunately, a flag. But this time, it's offsides against Mohawk. So mark it down. The first down of the second half. In fact, since the first quarter for Ellwood, I believe, it's going to be an automatic 5 yards and a first down for Ellwood. So they'll spot the ball now at the 17-yard line. First down and 10 for the Wolverines. Rolling clock, 6 minutes now. Wishbone formation here. There's the snap. Back to pass, and oh man, he'll fumble the ball. That was Leland Lohr. He fumbles it, recovered by Mohawk, and I believe that is number 88. Unfortunately, that's a number I don't have. Either it's 88 or 80. 80 is Grayson Hall, but I don't think that's the correct number either. Either way, Mohawk will get the ball back. In reality, that's probably the 5th turnover for the Wolverines. And 2 interceptions, or 2 fumbles, an interception, turnover on downs, a blocked punt. That feels like 5 turnovers. And again, folks, that's why Mohawk is sitting here at the 5:44 mark.
Mohawk takes a timeout.
Yep, 26-0. And if it's not over already, one more score here. The ball will be marked at the 10-yard line. Sorry, the 12-yard line. And that could spell the end. Actually, it's a 9-yard line. My apologies. 9. So it'll be first and goal for Mohawk. But that could wrap things up here in this one, folks. 26-0. Got to give credit, though. I know the show was Cascaville, but we said it, and it's still happening. Number 10, Caden Crawford, the quarterback for Mohawk. Almost every other snap is on the ground. So give him credit. He's having to pick it up and having to make a play or continue the play. Not panicking. Good composure there for the Warriors. And folks, if you're a fan of the old 1980s movie, Warriors come out to play, well, they did. 26-0, looking to add one more score. I know the dreaded mercy rule cannot happen, at least on another touchdown. It's got to be another one on top of it. Late sub here for Ellwood. Mohawk pistol formation here. Man in motion. There's the handoff, unfortunately, to that number. We don't have 88 on our roster. He falls forward. In fact, though, he'll lose 2 yards. So the Wolverines' front line holding them at bay on first down. I believe there may be a new quarterback in. Yep, looks like it's number 6, Gavin Rader for Mohawk. Kind of looks like they subbed in a couple of their second string. Man in motion, handoff once again, got the outside edge, but taken down by number 58, the big boy, number 58, Liam McCandless. Another tackle. He may have had the first down tackle as well. He gets it in the backfield. This will put the ball now back to the 13-yard line, so a 3rd down goal to go for Mohawk. Pistol formation, snap ball, keeper here going to the left side is Raider. He'll be knocked down there. Technically out of bounds officially.
16, Dakota Olinger.
Yep, so Dakota Olinger with the tackle brings him down at about the 8-yard line. So that sets up they're going to say the 7. 4th down and 7 Gotta
and goal
go to the
from
goal.
the 7.
Yep. Got to go to the goal here. So if you're Mohawk, maybe you look for a quick little pass over the middle. If not, maybe this is a keeper and follow the blockers. Raider with the ball. Turns to the right. He's going to be met with resistance once again. Number 58. We'll chalk this drive up to, you guessed it, Liam McCandless again in the backfield. Easy read, keeper. Raider tries to go to the right. McCandless takes him down, and the Wolverines have something to cheer about, keeping Mohawk at bay.
Just about 3.5 minutes remaining in this contest.
Yep, so we'll flip defense to offense. Back on the field is number 5, Grayson Hartman. He looks like he's ready to go. He's going to come out and play to the far side, not even be part of the huddle. So this could be just to pull somebody out from the backfield area. Tight formation by the Wolverines once again. I formation. There's the handoff up through the middle. Leaning forward and knocked down there. That's going to be DeSanzo. He'll fall forward for about 2. We'll give him 3, actually, out to the 18-yard line.
And that was Caden Crawford with the tackle.
Yeah, so between Crawford and Cascavilla, those are the 2 names primarily that we have mentioned. Couple more subs and changes here. 16 comes in on offense, Dakota Olinger. Hartman's out there as well still. Quarterback on this play will be, I believe, Leland Lohr. Handoff yet again to DeSanzo. He cuts up through the middle, jukes and jives, but quickly met there in the hole. He'll get out to about the 21-yard line. So
Crawford once again with the tackle, or at least the initial hit from the tackle.
I agree with you on that one. A pickup of about 2. So this will set up about a 3rd down and 4 yards here for the first down for Ellwood, and the clock continues to roll. It's now 2:15.
Ellwood player down again with a cramp.
Is that Hartman again?
No, yeah, I think so.
I think it is Hartman again.
Because that's 6 coming off the field, I think that is.
Yep, you are right. I believe that's Hartman again. Unfortunately, he's been cramping up here the past 2 quarters. Got to feel for the kid. And sometimes those cramps just don't go away. When they linger, they are not fun, folks. So again, folks, you can check us out on our website, www.ecwolverines.com. All the standings, all the results, everything has been updated, including girls tennis, girls volleyball, boys golf, soccer, football, cross country got underway. Some really nice times over the weekend. I think boys varsity got 2nd place in one of the relays, 4th overall in the match. So all sports officially underway. We'll keep you apprised to our first girls volleyball match. Unfortunately, the waxing of the floors kind of derailed the gym usage. We'll see. It's possible that we may have a match next week being called from the big gym. But either way, we'll keep all the action as best as we can. Unfortunately, they lost their first match in section to rival Rivell Cup Riverside in straight sets. So back to the drawing board they go. So Hartman, number 5, Grayson Hartman gets to his feet. Once again, off by himself, but you can kind of tell that's like a little bit of a grimace. That's bothering him a little bit. So he'll have to get some fluids in him and set up shop for next week. Snap, handoff there. Once again, up through the middle. Not much doing on 3rd down. Maybe 2 yards.
Whole host of Warriors there.
Yep, that was number 44, Jonah Moore, taking the ball. I like that fullback position. And I forget his name, Bredson. He's got that nice number 44. If you know Michigan football, you may now know it. Their fullback up there, Bredson. It is full pad straight forward. And that's kind of what I see with Jonah Moore. Jonah Moore, give me the ball, and I'm going to put my head and roll forward. I like it. So, under a minute 30 here. 4th down and a short, about a football length for the Wolverines. There's the snap. Handoff once again up through the middle. Powering through for the first down officially are the Wolverines. They'll get the first down as the clock continues to roll here. I want to say that was Leland again. I could be wrong. Or sorry, Jonah Moore. Either way, first down for the Wolverines. Under a minute now. Snap there, handoff. Yep, that's going to be Moore again up through the middle. Just plowing forward. He was met 1 yard line or 1 yard gain, and then he falls forward. He'll pick up basically about 6 yards. Sometimes that's the way to do it. Follow the blockers, go up through the middle. And it looks like the Wolverines will have about one more play here before the end of this one. And they'll take the kneel down. Yep, and that will officially put this one in the books, folks. As the clocks will strike 0 here from Helling Stadium. A great opening game for the Mohawk visiting Warriors. They are victorious 26-0. It was officially the number 24, the Dante Cascavilla show. He had runs of about 50 yards, 45 yards. Nice jet sweep from about 8 yards out. All the points tonight scored by Cascavilla. So officially 26-0 in favor of Dante. So Ellwood City will fall to 0-1 on the season. On the flip side, Mohawk kicks off middle school football on a good note. And folks, we talk about these matchups. This season is very short. It's usually about 8 or 9 games. So you've got to win as many as you can to get into the championship. So there you go, folks. All right, I do not have an update for girls golf, so we'll get those numbers again on our website, ecwolverines.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We'll have all those updates. We'll kind of do a little bit of a preview for the Neshannock game on Friday.
Gary got something for
we
you,
got
Brad.
some scores here. What do we got here? Oh, it looks like 199 to 201. Oh, boy. And that was Laurel. Oh, wow. Breaking news. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Wow, folks. Hold the phone. Call the mayor. This is going to be interesting next week. Next Monday, a big match. Not saying that everybody needs to go to Delmar because we'll cover it. But boys golf for the section championship possibly next week. We just got an update. Now, boys golf does have to play Riverside on Thursday. And then their last match basically of the season is Monday against Neshannock. Neshannock goes down tonight 199 to 201 to Laurel at Sylvan Heights. That's an upset, and if that is the case, it's now outright. Whoever will win next Monday outright wins the section. Neshannock falls to 7-1, Ellwood 7-1. They'll head into next week, next Monday, to possibly, finish that off. So there you go, folks. A little update courtesy of Gary Rosansky, as well as I guarantee that came from head coach Sam Berry. The moment that comes through, you guaranteed you know that. So there you go, folks. Once again, folks, on behalf of Ellwood City Sports, Brad Windhorst, Dakota Marshall, again, back on the air Friday night, 7 o'clock, kickoff, pregame, 6:45 against the Neshannock Lancers here at Helling Stadium. Final score, middle school football, Mohawk 26, Ellwood City 0. Good night, folks, and we'll see you Friday night.